Hi, I'm Peter Russo for AgelessSecret.com, and I have the founder and discoverer of an incredible energy source that makes us look younger, Jim Kazik. Welcome to the show, Jim.
Hi, Peter. Thank you.
Hey, so tell me some more. We're going to cover today, by the way. We're going to do each one of our products. That's our goal. We're doing the Ageless Secret Gold product today. But talk to me about subtle energy first.
Sure. Subtle energy is what makes the Ageless Secret Gold so special. It's what makes all our products special, but the Ageless Secret Gold has the highest amount of subtle energy in it. And this energy makes people look younger. So it's very important as far as anti-aging. Any product that's out there that people are doing to try to look younger, whether it's a cosmetic or whether it's an anti-aging protocol that they're doing, the Ageless Secret Gold will enhance all of those results. And subtle energy is a controversial subject. Probably I should say that a little differently, because we have shown in a scientific study that subtle energy is real. And prior to our research, subtle energy was always considered to be something that was theoretical.
Right.
And the reason why it's considered to be theoretical is because it produces exceptions to our laws of physics, and that's where we were able to determine that, hey, there's something going on out here, but what is it? Most of the time when the researchers were doing the research, they had to use the human body to either get involved in the measurement process or in the generation of it. And the critics would come along and say, you know, that's just wishful thinking, that's the placebo effect. And so we actually have shown that subtle energy can be measured and quantified with common laboratory equipment independent of any interaction with the human energy field. So it's a huge breakthrough in science. And it's really interesting science from a science perspective. I mean, the Ageless Secret Gold, you know, you put on your skin, it absolutely feels awesome. And it's the result of the science that's behind it. One of the things that excited me, Peter, was the book Vibrational Medicine. And in the book Vibrational Medicine, there was an equation for Einstein's equation of showing the relationship between velocity and energy and the speed of light. And everybody is mostly familiar with E equals mc squared. It's probably the most famous equation in science. And so that's the top part of this. And the bottom part, if you just look at it this way, it's E equals mc squared. But the entire expression is that square root of the 1 minus v squared over c squared. And that was my aha moment when I had seen this, because subtle energy is supposed to be moving at speeds in excess of the speed of light. And as a chemist and a scientist, I said, that's not possible. But then when I saw that Einstein's full equation actually predicted it, I said, this guy is the genius of all geniuses. And this is amazing. When you put in values for a velocity in excess of the speed of light, what you see are the square root of a negative 1, which is an imaginary number. And Charles Muse, a very sophisticated mathematician, plotted this data. And what I've got here is a graph that absolutely changed my life. After I saw this, my life was never the same. It was 20 years of research to try to get into this, to learn what this was all about. And if we look at this chart, what we're looking at here is 0. We're looking at 0, and then the velocity is increasing as it's approaching c, the speed of light. The energy goes up almost exponentially. When you put in values for the velocity exceeding the speed of light, all of a sudden there's a huge change. The imaginary numbers are plotted down here. It comes from negative infinity and comes back up. And as the velocity goes faster and faster and faster, the energy comes up more toward the 0 line here. and reaches negative infinity, what you're looking at is an energy that's moving in excess of the speed of light, an actual plot showing that these energies could possibly be real. When I saw this, I said, oh my God, I can't believe this, because it's a mirror image of our own, what we call here, this is the E equals mc squared, the positive space-time continuum, as Dr. Tiller calls it. It was his graph that was taken and put into the book Vibrational Medicine. He's the gentleman that had done all this, the genius. And then down here is what we call the negative space-time continuum, where the sign is negative because the speeds are in excess of the speed of light. When you have energies moving in excess of the speed of light, you can now have exceptions to our laws of physics. And when we did our experiments, I'm going to put this away now. When we did our experiments, we saw that water could be organized and clustered in ways that had never been seen before. We actually saw what looked like particles that had formed in the water, even though it was just pure water that was exposed to our subtle energy and fusion process. And the water behaved as if there were tiny particles in it. The researchers that we had sent these samples to were just blown away by them when they had seen them. And then the Ageless Secret Gold itself is so powerful that it actually can create that kind of water just by being in the proximity of water. You put it on your surface of your skin and it changes the properties of the water within without ever touching it. So it boosts the body's electrical energy field when you put it on, and that subtle energy can actually be proven to change the structure of water, even though it has not contacted the water.
Well, and the upshot of all of that for the non-scientists is it simply works. There's no doubt about that. When you use the product, and we have a lot of before and after pictures, boy, does it work. And
yeah, you're absolutely right, Peter. I mean, that's how I discovered the energy. I wasn't searching to try to find a new energy, but I was searching for ways to try to improve the appearance of the skin. And as I refined the process further and further and further, it's kind of like the bee going after the honey. Yeah. Going after the nectar. It was like, I'm actually doing something else in the process that's much more important, and actually discovering a new form of energy and being able to concentrate it at such levels that for the first time it was possible to actually measure it. And this is what's giving us all these great results with the people looking younger. The skin is lifting, plumping, toning, it's tightening. And with time, people are seeing their results are getting better and better because this energy makes people look younger.
It tends to organize as opposed to fall apart. We've talked a little bit of the science part here, and chaos theory says everything seeks its lowest level, and the whole world, as we know, we got to clean and pick up all the time. Energy seems to seek its lowest level, constantly degrading. This is the opposite. It actually adds energy to you. So it's actually more organizing.
That's correct. There's two aspects to subtle energy if I really had captured subtle energy. One of them is that it would be moving in excess of the speeds in excess of the speed of light, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. And even also mind-blowing is that you just indicated is that it's an organizing energy.
Yeah, and that's
the normal state of things over time is that they tend to fall apart.
They degrade, exactly. So your skin gets old, it degrades. This goes the other direction completely.
This goes the other direction completely, and that's why people are looking younger. It's an organizing energy. So instead of allowing what would normally occur with time, where things just fall apart, things can be brought back to the more of the original energy before they began to decline. And when you add that original energy back in the form of subtle energy, people look younger.
And no one else can make that claim. They apply chemicals still to a degrading system. Your skin's still going to get older looking. This is going the opposite direction. So I'm excited by that. At least I believe that's true. Isn't that true?
That is absolutely true. We're the only company in the world that has ever proven with the level of energy that we have in our products. I mean, it's so amazing that this organizing energy is what allows for the structuring of the water, and that was considered to be a controversial thing. I mean, water normally, getting a little science here, it's hydrogen bonding and van der Waals forces, and that's all there is that structures water. But the kind of structuring that we're seeing here is actually like microclusters, where it looks like there's a significant amount of particles that are in the water. The experiments that were done were scattering light, and the light scatters through the subtle energy infused water as if there were tiny particles present, but when you analyze the water, there are no particles. It's absolutely incredible, the degree of organizing energy that's there.
I'll do a sidebar here just briefly, but there's a movie called The Secret, and it talks about, of course, the law of attraction. But one of the segments in The Secret, they took Buddhist monks who would bless water, they'd think about it, and then they froze the water, and they made different ice crystals that the thoughts actually formulated the water, and then they froze it so they could see it, and thoughts alone started to affect the structure of water. But this stuff affects the structure of water by an honest to gosh energy, and I think that's some of the stuff that's really working.
Yes, some of the experiments that you just mentioned about the intention changing the structure of water and being able to freeze it. The researchers that I had worked with at the Tiller Labs were very familiar with that, and found that there were some mixed reviews on that, depending on some variables. But what they were truly excited over was the fact that when we measured the energies that we were working with, we were able to document these energies consistently, repeatedly, over a period of years, showing some stability for years, at a level that had never been seen before, using instrumentation such as turbidity meters, common available instrumentation that's used to measure water quality assurance, and UV spectrophotometers showing a peak in the water at 270 nanometers, which is usually only seen, that kind of peak is usually only seen with a 6-ring carbon structure. So for the water to have organized to that degree, and again, it's showing that 6-ring structure, which a lot of the, you're talking about people being able to change the structure of water by intention. They see that 6-ring structure with the ice crystals. So, there is a parallel here. But the energy, the amount of energy that we're looking at is well beyond anything that was done by intention.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't trying to equate the two at all, but there has been some research in that area that but we have an energy.
Well, no, it's very exciting. I mean, it would be like if I was the only one that could do this to any degree, it would be like, oh yeah, right. But
right.
Here we have these people that have done this by intention, and it's been documented to some degree with the ice studies. We have Dr. Gerald Pollack at the University of Washington, a brilliant researcher whom I've been in contact with, and he's the one that told me to have my water checked for a peak at 270 nanometers in the UV range. Because his research had shown that there were certain polymeric substances that he was working with when the water was real close to it that actually had formed this type of structure in small amounts. But the amounts that we discovered with the infusion process we have here are just huge, where it actually allows for a whole measurement, a whole quantification system for the first time ever for this type of energy.
Yeah, well, I'm a geek engineer as well as you're a geek chemist, and I'm sure that the people listening, they may not be geeking out with us. That's why I come back to all the time. It just simply works, so you can see the difference when you apply it. So the Ageless secret. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jim.
No, the photos are the proof. I mean, when people put this on their skin, they immediately can see a difference in the way that their skin looks and feels. And when you use it on a consistent basis, the results just become incredible. I mean, the Ageless Secret Gold is so spectacular that I will offer people a 6-month package with a money-back guarantee. If at the end of 6 months you're not happy with your results, you don't feel like you're looking younger, I'll give you all your money back and you don't have to return a thing.
Now, I was talking about this on another podcast, and everybody was floored with that offer, the only way that if your product did not work, like a lot of them don't, they have to buy them, and then their whole business model is getting enough people just to keep buying it, so they keep them going. But in your case, you believe in your product so much, you stand behind it 100% satisfaction guaranteed. There's absolutely nothing to lose in a deal like that other than old skin.
Right, and it makes me happy to do it.
Yes.
Because I feel that if they truly have used my product for 6 months and given it a fair try, and they were not happy with the results, I don't deserve their money. I haven't given them something of value that has improved the quality of their life like they were seeking.
Oh my gosh, an honest businessman. I can't believe I'm seeing this, but I preach this all the time. So hold up the Ageless Secret Gold. Let us see the pack.
This is the package.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
It's little energy in a bottle that recharges skin cells and gives us the ability to look younger. It's an energy that makes people look younger. Inside the pack, they will find a 2-ounce bottle of the Ageless Secret Gold.
Good.
It's actually a 4-ounce package.
Right.
So there'll be a 2-ounce bottle, and it says the missing energy to lift, plump, and tighten skin.
Right.
Because as we're aging, we're losing that energy. It's just not there at the same level anymore. We're not enjoying the same type of quality skin we had.
Right.
And this can give you the energy that will help you to look younger. And we also have 2 travel sizes. A lot of people ask us to put in the travel size bottles. So, because a lot of women like to have it in more than one place. They'll have one in the bathroom, they'll have one in their purse, they'll have one in the kitchen. They just start using this all the time.
Yeah.
And the more you use it, the better and faster your results are. Now, if you use 15 sprays a day, this package would last about 2 months.
Right.
Some ladies go through it faster, and they go through it in about a month. So it's about a month to 2 month supply. And it comes with a money-back guarantee again. If you're not happy with the results when you finished your product, and you just tell us, and we'll give you your money back. We don't even ask you to return the product.
Yeah, now that's unusual too from a business standpoint. Everybody asks to get the bottles back, and I mean even the blue emu stuff you see on TV for pain, they say if it doesn't work, send us the blank bottle back, and we'll give your money back.
A lot of companies do that as a barrier.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah,
exactly.
Try to discourage people for asking for their money back.
Right, and
my feeling is I want to treat people the way I want to be treated.
Yes.
So if you believe in your product, Jim, then you shouldn't make me jump through hoops and get a return authorization number and have to send back the bottles and all these kind of things. No, you just pick up the phone and tell me you weren't satisfied, or send me an email, and we'll take care of you.
Okay. Now, it's very difficult and complicated to use the Ageless Secret Gold. Would you like to show how complicated it is to use it?
Sure. We just pick up the bottle, give it a couple of pumps, spray, and it's done.
Yeah, that was pretty complicated, wasn't it? Also,
being a guy, I didn't want to have to play with 5 different things. It's simple enough, and also safety is very, very important to me. This product is so safe that, one of the things that can be used to test the safety of something is eyes. And I've been spraying this in my eyes on a regular basis for years. And my eyesight is very, very good for a man 66 years old. My eye doctor is like just amazed. He says, the quality of your eyes is just tremendous, the health. And also, I'm not going to tell people that it actually is improving my vision, but my eyesight is getting better. I wear contact lenses, and it's not making my vision any worse. I can tell you their prescription from time to time is actually made a little bit weaker. However, I do take vitamins to reinforce my eyes, and I do exercises to strengthen my eyes. So this is purely an anecdotal report. But the information I wanted to be clear is that it's not harming my eyes in any way.
Right.
And it's the reason why this is super purified water. It's MSM, which is a nutrient that people buy in the health food stores, and they take it by the handful to improve their health or maintain their health. And it has aloe, which everybody knows is just wonderful and soothing to the skin and soothing on burns. And then minerals, which are known to increase electrical activity. All of these ingredients are edible. All of these ingredients people take to improve their health, and we include them in the Ageless Secret because I believe that what you put on your skin can get into your body like you've eaten it. So the Ageless Secret Gold was made to that standard, that it would be safe enough to eat.
That's a gold standard, by the way. Matter of fact, I'd like to see somebody try it with some of their other products.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'd ever want to try this, you know. I mean, not that I'm recommending people drink it, but you know, it's safe enough to spray in your mouth.
There you go.
It has to be, because I'm having people spray it on their face near their lips. You can spray this anywhere on your body. It's totally safe.
Yeah, and that's one of the cool things about your company, the approach that you came at the product, what you wanted to have as an end product, 100% safe, you know, organic and green and no petroleum-based stuff, heavy creams, and I mean, you got a final product that is phenomenal, and it's safe to use.
Yes.
And
that was one of my passions. One of my passions is sensational beauty without harm.
Oh, I like that. Say that again.
Sensational beauty without harm.
And of course, harm means you go through facelifts and everything else. You know, everybody goes through that stuff. It's I like to say, although you won't say it, I like to say it looks like a facelift in a bottle.
Yes.
There you go.
I just tell people it's going to make them look younger.
And it does.
Out there that people use, unfortunately, that could potentially make them sick. They're putting them on their skin and they're slathering them on in large amounts, and over time that stuff is building up inside their body, and you know, because it's going into their blood. And if any of this gets into your bloodstream with the Ageless Secret, it's actually good for you.
I was just on another podcast and we were talking a model, a 25-year-old model, has a regimen every night to put stuff on her face to make sure she won't ever look old when she uses it before she needs it. And mentioning this stuff was just you spray it and go to bed. And, you know, it's like, what? Really? Yes. You don't need 7 different products to put on, and you don't need 30 minutes to get ready to go to bed anymore. You know, so it's a good thing. So, all right.
The Ageless Secret, it's easy to use. I mean, you just spray and go, but a lot of the way people use it is they wash their face in the morning, rinse it, leave it wet, spray it with 5 sprays like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, massage it in over their face, over their neck, and the ladies over their décolleté, and then take any excess and just rub your hands over one another like this. And then if you use a blow dryer on low heat, you'll enhance the penetration and the activity. So you wave it back and forth for, say, 20 seconds on medium heat, about 12 inches away. And don't let the skin feel too hot. You don't want to dry it out. You're just looking to activate it a little bit. And then after it's in, you spray another 5 sprays, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the skin is warm. It's going to go in very fast. So you just rub it around a little bit and try to get it over the neck and the décolleté and do the extra on the hands. And then blow dry it again for another 20 seconds, and boom, you're going to feel your face lift and tighten. Each time you blow dry it, your face is going to feel like it's lifting and tightening a little bit. It's not a drying effect. The energy is actually stimulating the muscles. The muscles respond to electricity. The muscles give your face its shape. So what will happen is you're going to stimulate those muscles, and bang, you're going to see this lifting effect.
Well,
the skin's going to develop a beautiful, healthy glow. It's going to feel nice, incredibly silky smooth. Then they can put on their moisturizer and their makeup, their other things that they're normally using, and they should use about half the amount, especially if they're using retin A or anything with actives in it. They won't need as much anymore. The skin quality is improving. So what they're going to do is use half the amount of moisturizer and half the amount of actives, and they're going to find their results are going to be absolutely spectacular. And for those people that are interested in changing the way their hands look, I mean, I'm 66 years old, and I developed this technique to do my hands because I wasn't sure when I first started whether the Ageless Secret Gold was going to change my face. I had bad acne scars and chickenpox marks and lots of deep lines and frown lines and everything else from years of disappointment, delays, and setbacks. But if you put it on your hands and rub it like this, and then rub right here on the wrist.
Lift your hands up a little bit more.
There's an acupuncture point here. Same thing here, acupuncture point here. You're rubbing the acupuncture points. This kind of energy flows through the acupuncture energy channels. So you want to rub right there, and then you roll, pull, and twist on the fingers. The acupuncture points are on the sides and the top. You don't have to know exactly where they are. You just roll, pull, and twist like this. You're increasing the circulation. You're stimulating them. You're enhancing the activity through the acupuncture points. So you just go ahead and do this on both hands. And that's why my hands look the way they do at 66 years old. I developed that technique. Now the energy is going to flow from my hands the way that acupuncture flows. It flows from my hands up to my face, over the back of my head, around my torso, and then out through all the extremities. So in 20 minutes, this energy circulates through every cell in the body. And this is the way you can do your hands. If you're really interested in having younger looking skin, and of course we have our skin serum, which is spectacular. It's the end of old looking skin when you use it in combination with the Ageless Secret Gold like this. But the Ageless Secret Gold can be used on the hands with that technique, and a lot of women have asked me to share this. You know, that here in a local area that have seen my hands. What is your trick? How do you keep your hands looking the way that they do? And this is the technique that I developed.
I'm actually going to start using it this week. I'm a tough guy. Okay, good. So they can find out about the Ageless Secret Gold package over on our website. One of the nice things too, the two smaller travel things. You know, most people would just sell you one bottle and it's up to you. You listen to your clients. They wanted something to travel with them and have it here and never be away from it. So that also another little bit of testimonial to your business sense and listening to your clients too. So, all right, well, Jim, thanks for coming on the show, and this is going to go up, and people can find us over at agelesssecret.com.
Okay, thank you, Peter.
All right, thank you much.